Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar, and I am on my way home. I just got off work. I'm getting my days off. I didn't want to jinx anything because I didn't know whether or not I was going to have to work over on my last day being at the top of the rotation list or not. And to add insult to injury, I was going to have to come in tomorrow on my 6th day. But luckily, as the way everything has been turning out, I've had an amazing week and I didn't have to work over, and I am getting my days off. I'm so happy, y'all, but I'm tired and I hate it because I'm behind on the few recap reviews I was still doing. Still haven't been able to do no thoughts post on the recap reviews that I was doing, but I stopped doing. But I still want to discuss certain aspects and certain people and little random moments or whatever that have happened within those episodes that I've seen. So I just feel like, I don't know. It's like I get one victory and then I'm still knocked back a couple of paces, and I don't like that. It seems like I'm not a consistent person when I'm really trying to be, but it's just the fact that they've been working a mule out of me with my new schedule. Not letting me get my days off. Then the people above me trash. You know what I'm saying? It's just been too much. So, only thing I've really been able to do is halfway watch certain shows, whether they are shows that I do recap reviews on, or just stuff I watch for fun, or, you know, just for my own personal entertainment because I live for them or whatever, and talk to the young dude who has the 2 kids. He consistently calls me and texts me. He's literally the only person who calls and texts me. Now, that's not to say that there aren't other people who reach out to me. My friends that I always tell y'all about all the time, I got 2 faithful friends. One of them, she lives here, but she's not from here. So we definitely both understand how it goes living here versus where we're from or whatever. She's not from the South. She's from she's from the North. But still on the East Coast. So yeah, she's from the DMV, but not Virginia. Let me just put it like that. Anyway, she's the one who I went to that festival with. So she and I talk all the time. What is going on? Okay. She and I talk pretty much every day. And my friend who is from Alabama, she and I, we talk every day as well. With my parents and my siblings, we text and send video messages and whatnot to one another. So that's how we keep in constant communication with one another, even if we don't talk on the phone. I try to talk on the phone to them at least once a week, but I haven't been able to do that in like a week. I think I've missed a week. Because I've been so, if I cannot keep my eyes open, like I really, like I'm gonna fall asleep on y'all. Like I would really come in the house some days and not even eat and go straight to sleep. Like that's how exhausted I was, and I would have to say to myself, please don't let these raggedy people be so loud that I can't even get a little bit of shut-eye. And I just got off work, whether I pulled a 12-hour shift or not. So yeah, y'all. I wish this person would get from behind me. But anyway, so I've had an amazing week this week. I only had to work with the side hustle one time, which was yesterday. And even when that happened, it wasn't even crazy like it normally would be. And I didn't even have to lay eyes on her for that long or whatever, because we weren't operational after 3 hours. So I did everything that I knew that I was supposed to do, and then went on about my business. Y'all, I was trying to make sure this was no police officer. It's not. I didn't even look at the emblem. That's a new model Kia SUV. I was like, what is that? Then I had to look at it. But anyway, so yeah, that was awesome. And it just dawned on me that the new guy apparently works Mondays through Fridays, because I was like, where is he? And then when I didn't see him and I looked at the schedule, I'm like, wait a minute. His schedule must be Mondays through Fridays. I'm not taking a new picture of the rotation list until I go back to work, because every Sunday is when they change it out so that you can see who the new person is that goes up to the top of the rotation list, whether you know the order in which it goes or not. But yeah, I know I go down to the bottom tomorrow. Luckily, there were people who volunteered today and tomorrow, so I didn't have to stay over and come in and all this other foolishness, because they would have probably did me like they did the other guy who is above me last week, and had me to come in for 4 hours or something like that. It's like, baby, the drive is not worth it. For me to drive from one side of town to the other, basically, is not worth my gas. And it's cold, oh my gosh, and I don't play that. I don't like driving and being on the road between the hours of like 2:30 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. Whether you believe in it or not, too many things have happened, and they call that the witching hour. Like, specifically like 3 a.m. I ain't here for it. Whether you believe in it or not, there have been so many mysterious, like, one-car accidents and crazy stuff like that have happened. It's like, how you have a one-car accident with no wind blowing, with no weather going on, like, the car didn't stall out. It was just like, it don't be making no sense. But for years, I always looked into the phenomenon of what the witching hour is supposed to be, and I'm just like, child, it wouldn't surprise me if it was real or not. Anyway, I still don't like it because too much stuff be going on. I hate being out when it's super dark outside, because you can't see stuff sometimes depending on where you are. Like this road that I'm on right now, they just put lines down like a week ago. Before that, before they even paved this again, which it really did not even need paving. All it really needed was for them to put lines down. It didn't have nothing on it. I'm like, why are y'all doing this? And I had to rely on the indentation that was like in the middle of the road, like what it is now. Excuse me. And it's like, that's ridiculous. But I mean, I never had any close calls or anything, but it still shouldn't be like that. Y'all, I'm about to go to the recycling spot to drop some of these boxes off, because y'all, like I told y'all the other day, I took advantage of a lot of Prime deals and other places that have been like kind of similar in that regard, and I have been ordering stuff like crazy, still getting packages in. I had like 5 packages waiting on me when I left out last night to go to work, and I'm like, oh God, like, wait a minute, it's too much, baby. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and put the good old cardboard up. Ooh, Lord, I got real close right then. I did the most right then. I wasn't trying to, but I really did do it. But yeah, I got all kinds of boards. This isn't even a fourth of the boards that I have, like, that are like at my house. So I gotta I'm thinking about whether or not I'm gonna bring some of them with me, like I guess tomorrow, if I do my washing tomorrow, because I do want to wash my clothes and then go take my clothes to dry. I want to go and get it out of the way tomorrow morning, preferably. Go and get it out of the way so I ain't got to be out and about, do what I got to do. But yeah, y'all, when I go on my breaks, if I have any packages, I'll come out to my car if I have enough time, or if I want to. Most times I do. And I will open up all these boxes and other packaging and do what I got to do. So yeah, like in the back seat right now, I be having it where I say pack it in, ship it in I'm about to say Alabama. Ship it in Amazon packaging. So I didn't know it was gonna be in a box, because a lot of the times I'll buy stuff, and if they have that option because it's going to show, in the past, I remember one time I know for a fact, I said specifically for these cute Crocs. These are like your flip-flop type of Crocs. They're really cute. They're not regular Crocs. But anyway, they were some Crocs, and they were like heavily discounted on there, and I got them, and I specifically said shipping Amazon packaging, and luckily they delivered it to the access point, because even the woman who had to do all the little signing in to release it to me was like, I wonder why they didn't put it in a box or put it in some packaging, because all it was the plastic bag And I'm like, what kind of food? Y'all, I was so tired. I was like, okay. I mean, it hadn't been used or nothing like that, but I was just like, why would you do that? That's ignorant. But most of the time they do right. But at one point in time, every time I looked up, I know I would have like a little shirt, a cute shirt or something, or a little dress or something. And they'll sit up there and do that. And it's like, you were lazy and you just decided to just throw it in there and think that would happen. Like, my thing is, I do that to protect myself because some people get enticed. Like the raggedy people who live above me and the people who come and visit them. They get enticed and want to try to steal packages when I ain't had no issues with nobody stealing my packages that live in my building. I've had one thing stolen since I've lived at this place, and it was because the people sat it outside the door. My building locks. Instead of them sitting it inside under my mailbox or at my actual door on the inside of the building, they just sat it outside the building. And I didn't hear them because when they scanned it either in the truck or outside, and it was like wintertime, and then they stole it. It was a $70 to $80 product amount that I used on it, and it was for a gathering that we were having. I was with my ex at the time. It was a gathering that we were having. His mom, his brothers, all of them were going to be over there, and I wanted to have a nice heater. It was a really nice heater, and luckily they believed me and refunded me immediately because I was just like, this don't make no sense. Like, I hate the floorboards that are at this place. So, I mean, and the ceilings are ridiculously high, so it's a waste to even turn them on. Like, unless you want to pay thousands of dollars for a light bill, I don't see the point. I don't see the point. My light bill is always less than $100 unless I really don't care. When I was working that second job a couple of years ago, at one point in time, on purpose, I was keeping the heat on day and night, whether I really needed it like that or not. And one time I had it to go like right over $100 and some. But usually, like, if I keep it on and I'm consistent and I'm like, okay, I'm a little warm and I'm okay, and I cut it off, then I will top out at the most $70 some. But usually when it's not freezing outside, my bill is the bare minimum that it can actually be. They have some kind of thing that they did like 6 months to a year ago where my bill was consistently like $10, $11. Now it has to be $22 bare minimum or something like that because of something that I don't know, it's ignorant. I'm like, oh, I gotta pay extra when I'm not even, okay, I'm not even gonna do it. And I'm not gonna ask for assistance and all that stuff because I know that when I was with my ex that I told y'all about, that is from Huntsville, Alabama, he had a duplex that he was renting when he was living in Montgomery going to ASU with me. And so I looked into something that he could do to get assistance, and the first month we made sure that everything was extremely low. And so I think the most he was paying per month was like $50 some every single month, no matter how much you would pay, because they said you had to use it, pay the first month, whatever the first month was, no matter how much you use or how little you use, as far as what it would equate up to price wise, you would have to pay that amount every single month until your thing is up or whatever, child. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I was able to do for him, and he ended up paying like $50 some a month. And he would leave lights on, have the heat on like crazy, have the AC on like crazy, set it off on the left, right, front, and the back, and that was fine. But I don't play that. If I don't need it, I'm not going to just have stuff on and be frivolously using up stuff. I don't believe in that. I ain't never been here for that. I grew up poor. My daddy was a working poor. Don't nobody have time. So I understand. So I don't just do the most. I don't even care if I end up having money like that in the future. I still feel like I'm going to be the same. If nothing else, if I'm going to keep a light on, it's going to be like it is now, which is energy saving light bulbs and all that good stuff. Anyway, let me go throw this stuff in the trash. I'm just procrastinating because it's freezing outside. And even though I got my heat on in here, it's just like, Lord, it's like 30 something degrees outside. It's freezing here. But let me go throw this stuff in the trash, and then I'm gonna come back and finish it off, y'all, because I know I done bored y'all long enough. I'll be right back. I have returned. So yeah, let me get on to the house because I'm starving, and I don't know if I'm gonna go to sleep yet or not, because I need to do the recap review for Clean Sugar. I got 4 of them to do for Zatima Lord. Like, it's like, come on now. But anyway, yes, let me get on to the house. I'm very excited that I'm off. Not gonna really do nothing except try to get some cleaning done. I have a lot of cleaning that I need to do. Whether I'm gonna do it or not is gonna be a mystery for both you and me. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Anyway, let me see. Oh man, I don't remember if I told y'all this or not, but like 3 or 4 days ago tops, somebody from the new department, we were all walking out by the leave for the day, and he just said from behind me, he was like, why haven't you been back there? And I looked to see who it was who was even talking to me, because I'm like, who was talking to me? And I saw who it was, and I was like, well, they haven't had me back there, so, you know, I've been upstairs. I go where they tell me to go. It is what it is. But I'm supposed to be there the last 2 days of my work week, right? He was like, oh, well, you have definitely been missed. Because I be setting it off, y'all. I done hurt my dang finger. I don't even know how I initiated the hurt that's happening to my finger right now, but I know that later on I bumped it again up against something. So I'm guessing I bumped it up against something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I hurt my pointer finger at the knuckle. I'm just like, baby, why? Doing too much, nah. But it's nice that people recognize the hard work that you be doing. Because, I mean, y'all, I be doing the absolute most. It don't be making no sense how I be setting it off. Like, I really be going above and beyond. Most people be like, man, I'm frustrated. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. And they'll just let stuff sit and not do what they need to do. I'm talking about even if they the breaker and they just got to be over there for, 30 minutes to however long to cover me until I get back. Them people be like, man, forget that. I'll come back in there. I'm like, why the stuff ain't going? Because they tired in their spirit and they done got fed up. Y'all excuse me. The woman who has social anxiety / who is socially awkward is going to another shift. And I was just like, ma'am, why would you do such a thing to me? Why would you do such a thing to me? Child, she's an actual good worker. And so I'm basically losing a person that is in my department because her department is my department as well. So, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it just quite yet. I hope that she'll be able to fit in, okay, because I'm used to her. A lot of us are used to her and how she is. I don't know if they're going to be receptive to how she is on the shift she's going to. And, pretty sure she's not going to change the way that she is just because she's on that shift. What else? Not this truck actually speeding up when they saw a squirrel in the road. It went off. But yeah, let me see what else is going on. The heifer came in and started her new shift yesterday night. So today was her first. Wait a minute, was it yesterday or today? What's today? Saturday? Her days are either I don't even remember how it go no more because you start 4 hours into the previous day and then that's her shift. Her shift is either Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which starts on Thursday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But she starts it on Thursday. Anyway, she all of a sudden disappeared halfway through the shift, and I asked the person who came to relieve us to take her spot or whatever, did she go home? And he was like, no, she went, and where he told me it didn't make no sense, y'all, and she's still walking around with this brace on her hand, and I'm just like, it's just hilarious to me that she's able to get away with this, because had it been me, they'd been like, all right, now you putting your own self on light duty? Well, the doctors know that though. Like, when you're out because of you saying that you're going to the doctor, which we don't have to report to them, that's the thing. We don't have to talk to them and say, oh, okay, well, I took off because I had a doctor's appointment. We don't have to tell them that. But if you're going to sit up here talking about you on light duty, you're supposed to provide evidence. Like, she just literally just came to work the next day and was like, oh, my hand, I worked like I normally work, which is doing nothing. And my hand, my wrist. This been like about a month now, y'all. And I'm just like, had it been me, they'd been like, well, if you ain't providing a note, then you can stay on at the house until you figure it out or something, child. But she might be able to get it because she was able to get FMLA or whatever it is. And ain't nothing wrong with her. I don't know who she know, but there's literally nothing wrong with her. Like, she's talked to people, and they've confided in me and told me that this heifer was like, yeah, I just don't want to come to work. So when she do set it off and go to work and come to work, it's because she's trying to go on vacation like she did this last time. She just came back off vacation. And that's literally the only reason why she was working. And, like, she's been volunteering to come in and all this other stuff before her new schedule started. And I was just like, but the stuff you volunteering for, why is it that they're not noticing that it's stuff that would greatly affect the way that you use your hand and wrist? Like, where she went today, when the guy told me that, it just be making me look like, that ain't making no sense. The math ain't mathing, because I can't even do certain things no more because of my hand injury. Like, it might seem like it's a simple task, but it worries my hands so bad. I just be like, oh no. It's to the point, I've been lucky that people have just randomly asked me, not because of having sympathy or anything. They'll just be like, oh, do you want me to go do that? I'd be like, man, because I really I prepare myself. I'm not going to try to push nothing off on nobody. I'm going to do my work. You know what I'm saying? We all of us that have the titles that we have, we get paid the same exact amount of money, no matter how many years we've been there. And my thing is, I don't mind doing what I'm supposed to do. But it's going to take me longer because I'm already trying to be a perfectionist, because these people ain't finna do audits and then say, oh, you ain't do what you were supposed to do, and then I got to go back over there again. I'm not returning. I'm not going back to do nothing again. It's going to be done right the first time, and I'll be up there, right up there with them while they doing the audit, and they going to say it's right. So it's just to the point where I'm doing even a simple task and my hands start worrying me a little bit, and like, I just really be having to stop. I'll have to stop. That's why I was mad that one day that they had me stay over and I had to do the most hated task times 2. Now, I was like, y'all know y'all wrong. But I ended up not having to do the times 2 part, if you will. But what I was doing, it was a lot. Like, I had to start pausing because it was doing the most to my hand, and I ain't got time. I ain't got time for it. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to go in here and possibly go to sleep. I don't know. I might take a nap, because I ended up taking a nap yesterday. And it's like my subconscious could tell that my phone was ringing. And it was the young dude who got the 2 kids calling me. And he was like, hey, you sleep? I was like, yeah, I was, but I'm awake now. Like, what in the world? I didn't even realize I had gone to sleep. And when I looked at the time, I was like, oh, no. So it's going to take me forever to get back to sleep now. And they started doing the most upstairs. So I was like, Lord. But anyway, y'all, hopefully, let's pray that I'll be able to throw up some recap reviews today, even if I take a nap first and come back. All right, y'all have an amazing day. Be safe. Stay warm. I'll see y'all later. Bye.